Journalists. We say sorry, but these are not normal times. We are at war. Not because you don't hear the poor shooting, but we're fighting a war yet. It's a serious war.
Een oorlog tegen de onzichtbare vijand. Zo wordt het gevecht tegen ebola hier in Liberia ervaren. En die onzichtbaarheid veroorzaakt blinde paniek, een existentiële angst en machteloze woede bij de bevolking.
Test, nothing. How do we know whether that Ebola bad? How do the people living around here protect themselves? How, my people, Liberia? Liberia is too better than
I deeply, deeply identify with those fears. We have something that they've never encountered before. They do not understand it. They do not know how to respond to it.
Ook voor westerse hulpverleners is die onzichtbaarheid een zware belasting. Niet alleen hier, waar het gevaar voortdurend op de loer ligt, maar ook voor het thuisfront, waar achterblijvers zich zorgen maken over een mogelijke besmetting.
Als wij in een oorlogsgebied komen, dan is het eigenlijk afgelopen. Dan kom ik thuis, komen de kinderen op je af, zijn blij dat je thuis bent. Nu is het zo dat onze medewerkers thuiskomen en die hebben familieleden die toch een beetje bang zijn. Ben je niet besmet?
Ik hoop toch een 1,5 uur tot 2 uur binnen te kunnen blijven als er niks onverwachts gebeurt.
Maar wat overal wel zichtbaar is, zijn de ingrijpende gevolgen. Dag in dag uit worden hier tientallen lichamen geborgen.
A child future was just cut because of the Ebola virus. So we are going through hell all year. We're going through hell year.
Alleen al in de hoofdstad Monrovia rijden 6 teams rond om lijken op te halen en te verbranden.
My team got 5, the other team has 22. Nobody should be going through this. And I tell you, do this for another week and see this, it will start to get to you. Regardless, whether it's 2 person or 1 person, it will get to you. It's a human life, it will get to you.
Waarom het dodelijke virus hier in Liberia nog steeds kan oprukken en westerse hulp nog steeds tekortschiet.
Testing facility, because that is the start of combating this virus. We have to know where the enemy is. We have to identify the enemy location. And the enemy is Ebola.
Monrovia, the Liberian capital. We join Samuel Nimley for the day.
Sam, what's up? What you say?
He's the government official in charge of collecting bodies.
Okay, I'll come here, we'll add it to the list. We'll come move it today. We'll move that body today.
His teams are everywhere, collecting victims as soon as they can to prevent further infections.
Now, this location is a potential location for the Ebola virus. The reason is because we've been here 3 different times and we've removed bodies from this location.
While filming, we must adhere to strict safety measures, and areas that touch the ground are constantly being disinfected.
Anything on the ground, because chances are the victims, before they die, might have vomited, might have urinated, might have left feces on the ground. You don't want any contact with those kind of stuff.
So we better leave the stand in the car.
That would be better, leave the stand in the car. Now there are 3 bodies there. So we're going to be going in now to identify location, pick up the body from there, start to do some contact tracing to see who all have been in contact with the body. We can come this way. There's a child right there, not more than 3 years old. Not more than 3 years old. You can tell she struggled until she dropped. Wow. Sad. Whew. My God.
A special unit has come along to test the bodies for Ebola. But test material is in short supply, as are the specialists who can do the tests. So the tests are done at random.
With this data, then we will know where the virus is, how much it is, and the location that the virus is being found.
And that's important for you to know.
It's very important because it helps us prepare. It helps us get better ready to quarantine and attack the virus.
After the men have been inside, someone's gone missing. Many infected patients try to hide for fear of becoming outcasts.
There's one person unaccounted for.
Which means?
So now we have to go around now and try to track that third person down, which they will be doing. They are the contact tracing group. And now from here we're going to pick up another body about a mile down the road. On our list for today we have we got 17 bodies to pick up.
17?
Yeah, just this team alone. There's 5 other teams.
A few miles down the road is the Doctors Without Borders Ebola Crisis Center.
Thank you.
Aid workers there work with might and main to treat the 140 Ebola patients. Here too, safety comes first. Staff and visitors must be constantly disinfected and checked for fever.
So you have 36.0.
That's
so
good.
You are normal.
Okay, thank you.
Dit is de groene zone. Wat je daar ziet is de medium risk. Daar moet je dus weer sprayen. Daar mag je nog rondlopen. Maar dan moet je eigenlijk alleen maar komen als je er wat te doen hebt.
Kaz de Jong offers psychological counseling to staff here. The doctors and nurses are no strangers to crisis situations, but every aspect of this mission is different. In everything they do, they must first think of themselves.
Hier moeten wij medici leren, dus verpleegkundigen, artsen, maar ook onze water en sanitatie. Eerst kom jij zelf. Eerst moet je je eigen veiligheid hebben. Als jij veilig bent, als jij schoon bent, dan pas kan je aan de patiënt gaan denken. En dat is 180 graden anders dan bij al onze andere interventies, want daar ga je voor je patiënt.
Het is heel moeilijk om het te aanvaarden in eerste instantie, maar je wordt er wel voor klaargestoomd van een regel nooit iemand aan te raken.
Belgian nurse Greet Genin works in the ward where patients are tested for Ebola. She can only do her work there in several layers of protective clothing, which is impossible to wear for long periods of time.
Hoe lang hou je het vol in zo'n pak?
Ja, en ik hoop toch een 1,5 uur tot 2 uur binnen te kunnen blijven, maar vandaag schijnt de zon een beetje, dus we zullen moeten afwachten, denk ik. Ik weet dat ik alle materiaal en alle manieren krijg om mezelf te beschermen. Ik heb overal rondom mij gechlorineerd water om mijn handen te wassen. Ik heb alle materiaal om mij te beschermen. En ik weet dat als het één moment is dat het voor mij te veel is, dat ik weg mag. En dat geeft een veilig gevoel.
Even in such a frightening suit, Greet is still able to make contact with patients.
Ik probeer meestal de mensen ook vast te houden of een schouderklopje te geven of de kinderen een handje te geven of high five van hallo, ik ben hier en ik raak jou aan. Ik zeg het zelfs dikwijls zeker tegen kinderen, je ziet me niet lachen, maar wacht tot ik straks buiten kom en ik heb heel mijn pak uit, dan moet je terug naar me kijken, want dan ga ik naar je zwaaien en daar wacht ik op u. Omdat je wilt dat die eruit komen en je wilt dat ze lachen en je wilt dat ze hoop hebben om eruit te komen, dat er iemand is die wacht op hun buiten.
One word. My God is awesome. Somebody lift your voice. Awesome. I added your location on the listing so it will be picked up today. I'll come to Quarter guys to make sure we can pick it up today.
Samuel's team is on its way to a body, the family of which denies he died of Ebola. They want to bury their loved one normally. Distraught relatives await us upon arrival.
It's a suspected Ebola body, and we're yet to remove it from the community.
And where is the body?
Well, what we do is first we send a SCOT team to go and pick up some information.
Why you haven't seen every one of us? Thank you for my brother. He was a Christian. He was pastor of God. He's in the right of God. He's in the right of God.
The community is complaining that we are not coming in time to take care of the living. So that is the frustrating part now. So you see she's venting her frustration because she claims that she's been calling for help, medical help, and she couldn't get it. We cannot say whether our friend and brother there died from Ebola or from malaria or from heart attack. But because the virus is so dangerous, no one wants to come around. This is something that have attacked us that we have no control of. This virus is dangerous, very, very, very dangerous. And if you notice, the virus is killing household. It enters into a house and kills everybody into that house.
It's entirely possible this man died of malaria or other tropical diseases, which still kill many people. But Samuel's teams can't risk further infections. Every dead body must be collected. Samuel's work is a heavy burden on his family too. He has 3 children. His wife was scared out of her wits when the president asked him to do this job.
Fear really hit me at that point. I was petrified. One of the first problems with Ebola is when the panic or hysteria sets in. And if you think, oh, I'm fighting an unknown enemy, and you're so afraid and you're crazy, you make stupid decisions. So you first have to understand all of the facts surrounding Ebola and understand, for example, that it is most contagious when people show signs.
Every time Samuel comes home, he takes all possible precautions. His wife Lydia sees to it that he does.
Takes everything and leaves it there. Telephone, money. I'm cleaning money, I'm cleaning gas slips. Everything I'm making, put them down there, and I put my gloves on and desanitize everything. And he goes straight into the bathroom. His daughter has taught him, because they love to hug him, so they've taught him how to air hug. They said, he can't wait till daddy bathes first. So he comes and he's at the door and you're like, air hug, daddy, air hug.
1, 2, and then, yes, air hug. Because of the Ebola, we can no longer do hugs and greetings. So what she decided, or they decided to do, was just to give me an air hug to welcome me home until I go through the chlorine and the hot water bath cleansing.
Just like other Liberian families, the family's daily routine has been turned upside down. Especially so for the children, who are at home because schools are closed. Lydia is writing a book with them about their experiences.
They know that Liberia is going through a tough time, but if we, like I'll tell them, if we do the book, we can sell it and help some children with the money. So you give them something, and once they know they're doing it for Liberia.
I leave my children home in the morning to come to work. And my work entails picking up children. It makes me wonder, it could have been my kids too. You know, somebody else could have been coming to my house to pick up my kids too. So it's emotional. It breaks me.
Meanwhile, regular healthcare has been wiped out with all that entails. People are dying from diseases that could have been cured, or dying from illnesses such as pregnant women suffering from complications.
We found them on the streets also in cars. First thing that comes to mind, oh my God, it's 2 persons and not 1. So for every pregnant woman we encounter, it's 2 persons we are encountering. A child did not get that opportunity to live because of the fear of Ebola. That mother could not get medical help.
Good afternoon, how are you?
It's a disaster within a disaster, says Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Now, of course, the risk we run with Ebola is that most of our health workers, many of them who fell victim to Ebola, who died, have themselves been fearful to be able to continue to serve in hospitals and clinics. And so we find that all of those gains are put at risk. But we have said very clearly with our partners that while we continue to fight Ebola, we want to have a parallel program that will enable us to restore normal health care to the citizens.
Compared to other humanitarian crises, there are very few foreign aid workers here. Besides Doctors Without Borders, only one other organization treats patients. After the earthquake in Haiti, for example, 800 international organizations were present. People fear contagion, even though the risks are manageable.
Heel veel mensen weten niet dat dit virus niet door de lucht vliegt, dat kan niet. Ik kan alleen jou besmetten als ik jou aanraak terwijl ik symptomen heb. En voordien gebeurt er helemaal niks. Dus het is relatief eenvoudig te managen.
The psychological pressure from people at home is an extra burden for aid workers coming here. People's reactions can be sometimes outright hostile.
Er zijn mensen die zeggen van nou, ik kijk je de eerste 5 jaar niet meer aan als je dat doet. Het maakt blijkbaar iets los bij familieleden van dat je dat gaat doen, dat je jouzelf en ons in de waagschaal gaat stellen. Dat is blijkbaar een aparte dimensie.
Belgian nurse Greet Genen has 2 young children. She came to Liberia full of conviction.
Ik heb gezegd dat ik op missie vertrek en dat het een ziekte is die heel dodelijk is, maar dat ik alles eraan ga doen om niet besmet te geraken. We hebben heel strikte regels en ik heb gezegd ik mag niemand aanraken, ik mag niemand. Dus als ik op de luchthaven stond om te vertrekken, zei mijn dochter niemand aanraken en mama, ik zeg niemand aanraken. Dan kom je veilig terug, ik zeg dan zullen we veilig terugkomen.
How grateful we are that they're willing to put themselves at risk to be able to work with us to combat this enemy. It also means they recognize that this could be an international threat. Today it may be Liberia, Guinea and Sierra Leone, but if we do not contain it, how do we prevent it from going across borders?
Besides more treatment facilities, there's an urgent need for test material to determine whether people have Ebola or not.
For right now, everybody running scared thinking the virus could be anywhere. And that is not good. We can't win this virus if we don't know where it's at. We got to know where it's concentrated at, and then we can focus our resources there. So our appeal is that we need additional testing facilities in Liberia.
At the end of the day, Samuel Nimley directs his units to the crematorium. There too, desperate family members can't bear it that their loved ones won't get a dignified burial.
Our responsibility is to remove all bodies. We don't have the ability to test. We don't do testing.
To know that indeed they are Ebola patients. Not everybody die in the country. Some people family don't criminate. I don't criminate, and I'm not going to take it like that with the government. I will sue the government. With the last blood running out of me, I will sue the government. If it costs me taking it personal, I will take it personal. Not with him, but with the Ministry of Health, because they're not doing their job. And that's what we told the president from the beginning. That's what we told the president from the beginning.
I had to walk away because, seeing a boy crying for his mother. Yeah, I had to walk away from him a little bit. Then I'll go back. I'm going back into it. We just play until I get in there.
But that's too much. How long it take to do a specimen? Less than 10 minutes. Even if somebody die, a doctor can come and show you how many minutes.
That night, 71 bodies are cremated.